It's Wednesday, 31st of March, and for those of you that have forgotten what the ground looks like, here's a few pictures just to keep you all up to date with what's going on. Stand looking splendid in the nice sunshine. I don't know if anybody's actually seen the new flag over there that was donated to us. It's a nice big flag which was very much appreciated. Still lots and lots of boards up, which is good to see. Pitch looking good. And shortly we'll be giving you a look at what all the volunteers are doing. Alright, we've got all our volunteers here today, a fantastic team that are here quite a lot during the week. Andy, you've been busy, haven't you? What have you been up to this summer so far?
Well,
or winter,
yeah, we've all been
spring.
busy, yeah. There's so much to do in here, as you can see.
Yeah.
So we've spent the last few weeks doing the whole of the poplar side, scraping down. I mean, this is the easy bit now, painting. That's why Fred's doing it.
Is it the scraping that's the worst bit?
Yeah. Well, that's it. Yeah, the scraping's definitely worth it. So we've scraped the whole side, if you want to see that.
Yeah, we'll pan
but actually, as everyone knows, this has been here for what, early 90s, I suppose, and it's been painted by Brian a few times and others that have gone before us. But it's just rusting away, so everything's got to be scraped off and then undercoated, obviously, and then the top coat as well. But just to make the ground look better here, look good, you know. So there's a sort of positive vibe about the place, really.
Yeah.
You know, it's never ending, I suppose. And so far, as you know, we've painted. Well, last summer it was. Now it seems like yesterday, but we painted all around the edge last summer, and now we're working around here. So
it does look good, doesn't it? Particularly when the sun's shining like today.
Yeah, we think so.
Yeah.
And that's half the battle, really, getting the place, you know, looking positive and looking like a good place to come as much as we can.
Do you enjoy coming down?
I love it, yeah. Apart from having to work with these people, but I mean,
You're a reprobate, aren't you, really?
You know,
Good on you, mate.
No, it's great. I say it's you know, it's good for us as well as the club, obviously, because we enjoy coming.
Good banter.
Yeah. And,
Good. Fred, you've been coming for a while now, haven't you? Do you enjoy coming down as well?
I'm the apprentice rod here now, I think, because I've only been watching Southport since I came back from Spain now, just 2.5 years.
glory hunt.
So
Glory.
Yeah. So when I came to live in Southport, you know, my philosophy was you go and support your local team, and I came down here, and I suppose I heard about the volunteers, but I had no idea of what they actually did until I came down. First I met Tony and Craig, and Brian, Andy, and saw what they were doing, and it was like, oh yeah, emptying bins, scraping, painting, weeding, you name it, we do it. And it's the banter's brilliant.
Good.
And they're all dedicated towards the club. It's absolutely fantastic. So, you know, we've started here. There's the taskmaster down there. Don't give you a minute, man. You're Brian. We just get on with it.
Lovely.
What we could do, Ron, I think, a few more.
You want a few more people to come down. What would anyone need to do if they wanted to come down? Just turn up?
They could just turn up, couldn't they? Yeah, I mean, Christine kind of coordinates.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're here Monday mornings, some earlier than others. Wednesdays.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to come down, and contact Christine first of all, just to make arrangements. And then,
if they can't do that, just turn up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. Well, I can't miss. He's very shy, really, but Brian achieved a record recently of becoming, I think, the oldest ball boy ever in the FA Cup. Is that right, Brian?
Correct.
We were going to do a little bit of publicity on it, but obviously lockdown, we never got round to it. So there's a famous former journalist picked up on it, and he's going to come and interview you at some time, so that's a little surprise for you coming up. So we can't find anybody who of the same age who has done it, so you should be proud of that.
We're filling in, aren't we?
Yeah, you are.
In the gaps.
Yeah. Good. And you're famous for your ball sanitising, all of you now, aren't you?
Yes, yes.
That made the commentary the other week.
Best job that's just doing the wheel, like.
Yeah, we're going to strap Brian to a horse like El said to carry on with the
You might even catch a ball next time, Brian.
I think he's the longest serving, isn't he?
By about 35 years.
He's on me that long, is it?
Lovely. Okay, well, we're going to go around the corner and see what Mr. Barnes is up to, but we'll risk it. as we say, there's a multitude of tasks to be done, and I don't know if health and safety would be too impressed with Dave's posture on there, but what are you doing, Dave?
I'm just laid down.
Catching this one.
Are these the bramble bushes?
Yes,
Yeah?
yeah. The KGBs, but we're just trimming them so they don't spread over this way.
Yeah, because they have spread, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So it's just one of another task or so.
What have you been up to then, Dave? I know you do, I think you're the governor, aren't you?
No, I'm not. No. I'm just a volunteer like everybody else.
Oh, the lads are all saying you're the governor.
No. Just general maintenance, small items that need doing.
Yeah.
Just organising when match days like Everton are on. Organising that, come in and do that.
Yeah. You do spend a lot of time here though, don't
I
you,
do,
Dave?
I do.
You enjoy it?
I do.
Yeah.
I've done it for a lot of years now, so it's not getting any harder really, it's just the same.
Yeah.
And it keeps you busy,
Keeps you fit and active.
active. That's what I need.
Yeah. Jolly good.
So, well,
Just to prove that Craig Bromelow does come down to the ground, the gang tried to say he doesn't, and he's actually pretending to do somewhere. He's here as well. Craig, you've been coming a bit, haven't you now?
Coming, yeah, just over 12 months, yeah. Love it. It's absolutely fantastic, especially over the lockdown. It's been a breath of fresh air seeing most of these lads, not all of them, but most of them. But we work hard, we play hard when we're here, so anybody who wants to come and do it, come down on a Monday morning or Wednesday morning and see what it's all about.
I like getting Craig because he's got famous relations, and that Bromelow name lives on himself, doesn't it? So it's good to have. But it just shows anybody can come down, can't they?
Yeah, anybody at all, if you can just spare 2 hours a week. As Tony says, it's less worse when somebody comes in and does some work in the place. So the lads have worked hard along this terrace, rubbing it all down. But it's not just that we do all sorts of stuff. Unblocking toilets, all sorts of things go on behind the scenes, which you don't realise till you come down and spend a couple of hours here. So
Lovely. Thanks, Craig.
Okay.
One of many things that can go wrong at a football club is that the boiler goes, and that certainly happened. When was it, Dave? When did it actually break down?
yeah, be about 6 months ago.
About 6 months ago, so we've had to have a brand new boiler in that. And was it a big job getting it in, Dave?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I had to take the top of the door frame out
Really?
to get it in.
Oh gosh.
Too high.
Yeah.
And then eventually when they did get it in, it was manoeuvring it, as you can see, and heavy, very heavy.
Does that feed the showers for the home and away referees' room?
Yes.
Yeah.
Home and away dressing rooms, referee's room, upstairs manager's room, and that's what it does, just the hot water. The other's the central heating boiler, it does the central heating down this end, that little white one.
Is there no way we can isolate the away changing room so that gets cold water all the time? 'Cause that's what some clubs used to do, wasn't it? Give the away players all the cold water.
Well, what we do here, they have no radiator in the away,
Ah, there you
but they've
go.
got a radiator in the home.
That's the way to do it, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. As with the boiler, other things can go wrong at the football club, and it's hard to see, but there's a patch up there where we had a bit of a leak, didn't we, Dave?
Yes, we did. It was the water off the main roof and the joint come apart up in the stand, which brought the ceiling down,
Oh gosh.
which we had to then repair, and we then had to sort the leak out from the pipe up in the stand, which has been successful now.
Lovely.
And that's that.
Believe it or not, this is Ken Hilton's old secretary's office, which is now Hamish's room. Do we call it your washroom, Hamish?
It's the washroom, yes.
Yeah. Go on, tell us all about this room.
Well, for years we've been traipsing up and down stairs, steep flight of stairs, carrying all the dirty kit up to the washers upstairs, and up and down, up and down. And when they had a reorganisation, it was suggested that we try and turn this into a washroom. Obviously we've got some data cabinets there which we can't do anything about,
Yeah.
but we've got the washers, so this is where I spend a lot of my time during the, particularly on a Sunday. So obviously when the season was cold, we had to start washing everything in sight, packing it all away.
It's your hiding from Christine room, really, isn't it?
Unfortunately, she knows where it is, so there is a padlock on the door though. So yes, it's a bit different than when Ken was here. Everyone remember the safe that was in the corner there, so that was part there. That was.
It's unbelievable to think that Ken used to sit there, didn't he, in that little corner there, and that was a secretary's room. So it's a remarkable transformation.
So you remember the old panelled wood, dark brown panelled wood, and the old I think the red swirly carpet. So we've tried to.
Does it work better having all the things down here?
Yes. Yeah. It was a bit of a pain when we had the games held under the COVID principles, because at one point we were using the home dressing room and the corridor was blocked off, so we couldn't get from one end to the other without going outside down the paddock at the front in. So and of course in latter days when the Everton under 23s have been here, the Everton lads have been using the lounge as a dressing room, which is set up for them at the moment, all spaced out. They've had some lads who've been in the first team bubble, so they've had to be getting changed sepaplay in the boardroom. So it's been a bit of a challenge for us all, hasn't it? It has. I mean, it involved our players when we played against. Last game was Torquay, so there were no showers available to them. The Everton lads don't get showers at the end of the game because the away team basically has access to the home dressing room, the away dressing room, the physio's room, and the old referee's room. And the referees are now changing upstairs in Liam's old office. So Liam hasn't been up there for quite some time.
And I think a bit of a surprise waits him when he gets up there.
Yes, although he did poke his head in the other day. So
did he? Well, we'll go and have a look at that now.
Yep. So anybody who's been up those stairs may remember the old green swirly patterned carpet that would have probably looked out of date in your nan's parlour about 40 years ago.
And as you come in, Julie, I think people possibly won't remember, well, not often see this little room, but it's Liam's office. A bit bare at the moment, but he usually has all these bits and pieces around, doesn't he, Hamish? How long does it take you to do this?
It's taken quite a while because, like everything, although we've got some nice shiny seats outside and lovely handrails and things, underneath it all it's still a 60-year-old stadium, and there's a lot of damp. There's a lot of issues, but we can't make it perfect, but we just try and make it look better all the time.
Does Liam normally have a little fridge in here for his beer to entertain his guests?
There's a little fridge which is in one of those cupboards at the moment, parked out the way somewhere, and his telly. Him and Mac would usually get changed up here if they're getting changed. And I say the referees have had to be using up
is this where the referees have been during the COVID?
So during the COVID they've been changing up here.
We've got the shower. Don't any lady officials, do they use this if they need this?
Yeah, we occasionally, particularly when we had the Everton ladies here, we tended to have more ladies officials or a mix, so then they had to, one of them would get changed in the shower room. So we're a bit strapped for space. But we may do with what we've got.
I think if you look at the work that the lads do and you do and everything, it's making the best of what we've got, isn't it? So that's good stuff.
That's what we have to do with minimum costs. So Liam had a nice pink carpet on.
Oh yes, the carpet,
salmon pink carpet. So that's disappeared. The walls were Palace Chemicals Magnolia, I think. So.
Like a lot of things with Palace Chemicals Magnolia, weren't they? But we were grateful at the time.
Oh yes. Always remember Mr. Mamrio, when he first came, he wanted a nice cream carpet putting in up the stairs. And needless to say, that wasn't sanctioned.
I was going to say, I can imagine what the second word was anyhow, what the first word might be.
I'm not sure cream carpet and football boots go together. No.
Lovely, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hamish referred to the different setups we have to have at the club. As you can see, this is the way that Everton do it, so each player looks like they have their own space to change, so very, very different, and let's hope by the time we get back in action in August things are normal and we can all be using the appropriate dressing rooms again.
The lads have put down some sticky floor to try and protect the carpet, because obviously the players are still coming in here with their boots on. So this is where we had to change for the Torquay United game.
Yeah. But there are no showers at the end of it. It's not very pleasant, is it really? So,
No.
you know, people have to drive a long way home. Some of them, don't they? And without
Well,
a shower.
I think the idea is that if you're the home team, you're less likely
Yeah.
to be travelling as
Yeah.
far, and therefore it's only right that you give up your shower space to the away team.
Well, hopefully soon this room will be thronging with events again, and we'll all have some degree of normality soon.